Hi, my name is Joseph McDaniel, and I'm an Arizona bankruptcy attorney, and since 2005 I get to tell you that I'm a debt relief agency and I help people and businesses file for bankruptcy. Today's bankruptcy topic is how to find the best bankruptcy lawyer in Phoenix or Scottsdale or Mesa or Glendale or Tempe or Avondale or Paradise Valley or Peoria or Gilbert or elsewhere. Let's get this straight. No matter what anybody tells you, the process of filing for bankruptcy is not a picnic. It's not fun, it's a lot of work, and the only reason that most people file is that the complicated, burdensome process of bankruptcy is a better alternative for them than burning through their 401k in a futile attempt to make creditors love them again. That said, there is now a parallel to the overwhelming debt. It's the overwhelming amount of advertising from lawyers, non-lawyers, and debt negotiation companies who want to take your money and tell you they want to help you with your debt. Let's also get this straight. I'm in the business of taking your money to help you with your debt, so you need to consider that as you listen to what I say, so you understand my personal bias. But this discussion isn't about me, because a lot of you can't hire me. You could if you lived in Arizona, whether that's in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa, Glendale, Tempe, Paradise Valley, Gilbert, Chandler, Peoria, or Avondale, or any place else in Arizona. But if you're in New Jersey and you want to hire me, you're simply out of luck. I practice bankruptcy law in Arizona, as I have for about 30 years. So what to do? Well, start by reading my blog. If you read the homework section of my blog, and you do that homework, you'll be way ahead of the game in your first meeting with the bankruptcy attorney of your choice in Tucumcari or Hoboken or Tuscaloosa. Then settle back with a cup of coffee and get set to do a little online research in your quest to find the best bankruptcy attorney in the country for your case. First, see if your lawyer has a blog and if your lawyer wrote it. If so, you get the benefit or detriment of figuring out who the lawyer is prior to taking a drive to the lawyer's office or her office. Figure out, it ain't hard, whether the blog with your lawyer's name on it is written by him or bought and paid for by him. You're smart, you can figure it out. That's not to say that a bought and paid for ghostwritten blog isn't fun or helpful. It just means you can't do a walk around inside your prospective lawyer's head by reading it. If he or she wrote the blog, read as much as you can stomach and then go to step 2. Go to avo.com. The reason I like Avo so much is that it literally permits ordinary consumers of legal services to compare bankruptcy lawyers as though they were books on Amazon.com. You'll be able to compare education, honors and awards, years in practice, work experience, bar activities in the county, state, and American Bar Association, and seminars and articles and books written by your prospective bankruptcy lawyer. The top level for lawyers in the avo.com rating system is 10.0, which is superb, and you want to try to track down that sort of lawyer. If you can't, see if there are some high-end range who are available to you. Also, look at their client testimonials, for heaven's sakes. That's the easiest way to see how most of their clients feel about them. Don't be horrified by one or two bad reviews. Remember that 1 in 100 happy clients say something nice. 1 in 1 angry and unhappy clients say something rotten. And sadly, many clients go through an emotional roller coaster for the days prior to filing and immediately after the filing of a bankruptcy. Then go cross-check the attorney at martindale.com. Martindale is the oldest and in some ways the best respected of the lawyer directories in the United States, and it has its own proprietary system of lawyer ranking. The claim to fame of a Martindale ranking is that it reflects peer review of a bankruptcy lawyer wherever they are. The peer review Martindale listing means that other lawyers wearing masks and hoods and in dark, smoke-filled rooms have voted on that lawyer and found him ethical and capable, or unethical and dumb as a stump. But it's a totally confidential process, so political power and the ability to punish and reward do not get reflected in a Martindale peer review score. I review a lot of cases in both insolvency and other areas of law to other lawyers. I generally like to refer to an AV-rated attorney if I can, because the lawyers who are AV-rated are pre-screened both for ability, preeminent, and ethical behavior. Most lawyers are not Martindale rated. The vast majorities of those who are rated are CV, with much smaller percentages, as you would expect, in the BV range, and then a very small number with ratings of preeminent AV. Once you've read the lawyer's blog and listened and reviewed their AVO listing and checked them out on Martindale, see what the State Bar of Arizona or what your state has to say about them. Your state may or may not have board certification for bankruptcy lawyers. If it does, by all means, choose a board-certified bankruptcy lawyer over a non-certified lawyer, all other things being equal. Generally, board certification is a good but not a perfect filter for decent quality bankruptcy lawyers. If you've read the lawyer's blog and you've checked out the lawyer on AVO, Martindale, and your State Bar website, then you've probably done as much background as makes sense. You may want to review your lawyer on FindLaw or on Super Lawyers. No, I didn't make that up. One other test might be the simplest. Google the bankruptcy attorney by name and location and see what you find. Now make an appointment after you do your bankruptcy homework and see if you can stand him and he can stand you, or her and she, but you get the idea. Note as well, if a bankruptcy lawyer or any other lawyer demands that you hire him or her on the same day you meet them, or if you get to meet first with a salesman who tries to use high-pressure tactics to scare you into signing that day, move on down the line. In some firms, typically bankruptcy mills, you don't get to talk to a bankruptcy attorney until their commission-driven sales staff has lifted you by the ankles to shake the dough out of you. And even once you've found a wonderful lawyer, remember, we are in a depression, and bankruptcy lawyers who can both breathe and chew gum are fairly rare. They are therefore busy. Therefore, before you go to visit with them for the first time, do your homework. It will save your time, their time, and time is valuable, particularly when you're no longer young. But that's a topic for a different discussion. Thank you very much.